Ladies and gentlemen, the Tennessee Star has released the manifesto from the transgender covenant school killer, Audrey Hale. This is breaking right now as I record this live. And I'm going to be going through it because as I'm reading this live, I must, there are certain images I think that we can't actually show on YouTube. I do mean that. It looks like for the most part, I will be showing the story and I will be showing you what the individual said, though I'm not going to go through the entire contents of the manifesto, but there is new information being released. More reporters are now digging through this so we can better understand why this individual went to a Catholic school and murdered children. So we have this again from the Tennessee Star. They finally released this, and we can see. I'll read the story for you on Tuesday. The Tennessee Star and editor-in-chief Michael Patrick Leahy released 90 pages of writings left by Covenant school killer Audrey Elizabeth Hale. The Covenant Killer's 2023 journal, which was handwritten by Hale between January and March of 23, can be downloaded here. Wow, let's see if what happens if we click it. They'll email you the link. Okay, that's interesting. That's a weird way to do it, to be honest. The journal was legally obtained by the Star from a source familiar with the investigation in June 2024. It was recovered. We'll jump down a little bit. It was recovered from Hale's vehicle by officers with the Metro Nashville Police Department, along with a spiral notebook after her March 27, 2023 attack on the Covenant School, where she murdered 3 9-year-old children and 3 adult staff members. Between June 5th and September 3rd, the Star published approximately 50 articles that are based on the writings in the journal, but do not contain the actual pages from that journal. Tuesday's publication of the Covenant Killer's journal provides further evidence supporting those 50 articles, but also reveals new information, including the octagonal symbol Hale drew when writing about her planned attack at the Covenant School, or her gender identity. Hale, who was 28 years old when she died, was born a biological female but identified as a transgender male. Incorrect. That is incorrect. Identified as a transgender female. I'll break this down for you in a second. At the time of the attack, she often signed journal entries using the name Aiden. If you are a transgender identified male, you are biologically male with male parts who identifies as transgender, meaning you want to be female, but you are not. Identifying as a transgender male is incorrect. She identified herself as a male, but so the terminology is incorrect. And people get this wrong all the time, and it's probably confusing on purpose. They say the octagonal symbol first appeared on the journal's cover. Within its pages, the distinctive shape next appears on the first page, opposite where the killer wrote, "Why does my brain not work right? Because I was born wrong." Now this is breaking right now, so I'm pre-screening this, and we will scroll down. In the image, it says darkness. There's a symbol that looks like the Umbrella Corporation from Resident Evil. Nature. It says PAP ban 2/27/95, 7/13/95. Everything hurts. Wow. Why does my brain not work right? Because I was born wrong. Nothing on earth can save me. Never-ending pain. Religion won't save. Wow. Hale's symbol appears throughout the journal, including an undated entry, apparently written in mid-March 2023, when the killer wrote about the attack she planned later that month. "Soon I will leave this world. You and your friends will be just fine. Does it even matter if I am alive?" Hale later added the octagonal symbol, and above it wrote, "No regrets" by the gun. Wow. I don't believe that I can show the next page. I believe it gets to a bit too graphic, and so I don't think I can show that one. So I will be activating our blur so that you can still generally see it, but it keeps out some of the, on YouTube, a little too spicy what this person was writing. Shocking, but I will discuss it. It goes on to say the Covenant Journal and the Spiral Notebook were initially called a manifesto. In the manifesto, there are several different writings about other locations. There were locations in it. There were locations. It talks about the school. There was a map of the school, a drawing of how potentially she would enter and assaults that would take place. It's quite a bit of writing to it. I have not read the whole entire manifesto. Our team in the FBI have been working on this, Drake stated. While the Star has not obtained the Spiral Notebook, which is said to contain writings of her operational plan of attack. A portion was leaked and subsequently published by conservative commentator and comedian Steven Crowder last year. So this is this journal. I mean, they've got the full thing. I'm looking at it right now, and I'll read for you what I can. But there are some things that I do believe. It says no regrets. I regret nothing. There's some other, soon I will leave this world. You and your friends will just be first. Wow. I said my last goodbye to you today. Terrifying. MNPD officers, accompanied by agents from the FBI and the ATF, seized 20 additional journals written by Hale between 2007 and 2022 at the Nashville residence she shared with her parents during a legally authorized search to the courtroom of the searched on the afternoon of March 27th. Those journals are said to contain about 1,000 pages. In addition, numerous videos, a suicide note, and duplicate thumb drives containing information she may have wanted police to find were seized that afternoon. Rather than an ideologically driven composition, the manifesto comprised the manifesto. It's the killer's journal. Okay, the spiral notebook found in her car and 20 journals written between 2007 and 2022 is better understood as a collection of writings in which Hale sporadically wrote her thoughts in the moments and years preceding her devastating attack. Our reporting on the Covenant Killers investigation has served the public interest, Michael Patrick Leahy, the editor-in-chief of The Star, said Tuesday. We legally obtained writings, MNPD investigation documents, crime scene photos in June 2024. These documents and photos have helped us inform the public about the underlying reasons for the heinous attack and have helped drive the public discussions on what should have been done to prevent such an act of violence, what should be done to prevent such acts of violence in the future. We have documented a massive failure of the mental health system as a root cause of Hale's reprehensible actions. In a statement released on Tuesday, Leahy said, we have had a First Amendment right to publish these documents from the moment we legally obtained them. They say on April 24th, 2023, in compliance with the Tennessee Public Records Act, we formally requested of MNPD, a department within the Metro Nashville, Davidson County government, that they release all of the writings of Audrey Elizabeth Hale they have obtained as part of their investigation into the March murders. Metro Nashville government denied the request one day later. In May, we filed suit against Metro Nashville government in Davidson County, yada, yada. The case assigned to the judge. We get it. They say on July 31st, 2024, we appealed the trial court's ruling to the Tennessee Court of Appeals. We expect to win our appeal. Both Star News Digital Media, who owns the Star, and the editor-in-chief are plaintiffs in both the lawsuits. On June 10th, prior to announcing a ruling, Judge Miles ordered Leahy to appear in court and explain why articles about the contents of Hale's journal, which were published by the Star between June 5th and June 10th, should not subject him to contempt of court charges. At that June 17th hearing, Miles ultimately reversed course, instead holding a landscaping hearing about the status of the case and ignoring the original purpose of the hearing. In his statement, Leahy explained how these actions had a chilling effect on the First Amendment. On June 10th, 2024, 5 days after we began publishing articles based on the Covenant's Killers 2023 journal, I'm going to pause. I just want to say this. The Tennessee Stars probably use that phrase over and over and over again, and they won't stop. And I think they're doing it for SEO generation. And so I'm trying to parse through this while getting as much information as possible. But it is particularly frustrating that they keep saying the same things instead of saying it or the journal or but I digress. Judge Miles issued a show cause hearing order to me, requiring me to show up in the courtroom on June 17, 2024, and explain to her why I should not be in contempt of court. It was a surprising development. I've never violated any court order. When I appeared in court, the landscape changed. We read this already. While Judge Miles issued her final ruling in the case, she has provided no information as to whether she intends to appoint a special prosecutor to investigate me. This sort of Damocles has been held over my head by Judge Miles since June 17th, and we have held off on publishing. Once again, they do the same thing. Publishing the journal in part until our legal defense financial resources have reached sufficient level. As such, I can hire counsel to represent me. The journal left by Hale in her vehicle and seized by MNPD in March was legally obtained. And I said that for four times now. In various entries that referenced her mental health, Hale confirmed the desire to transition genders, revealed a purported autism diagnosis, claimed she was not bipolar, and wrote that she once called a phone number associated with a suicide prevention helpline 5 times a day. Hale also referenced her therapist in a possible allusion to her status as a 22-year mental health patient at Vanderbilt University Medical Center, where police documents obtained by the Star reveal she was twice evaluated for commitment. In other entries, Hale wrote extensively about her identity, including a 3-page entry the killer titled My Imaginary Penis, in which she wrote about expressing sexual fantasies with stuffed animals. This was a story they published. I can pretend to be them and do the things boys do and experience my boy self as Tony, wrote Hale, adding that she became engrossed in the activities and lost track of time. Jeez. Hale also wrote various entries about the attack she planned at the Covenant School, revealing she considered several dates before March 27th. Though the journal offers scant evidence of a political ideology or motive for the attack, Hale wrote a political rant in an entry dated 1 month prior, where she complained the U.S. fails to respect the rights of disabled people, gun owners, and trans people. So now, because of you, she says she wished death on herself and because of the pure hatred of my female gender. With no rights, anyone's country is a dictatorship. Hale also confirmed in various entries that she had been considering attacking Covenant School for some time. In her final journal entry, which Hale appeared to have written the morning of her attack, the killer wrote, "There were several times I could have been caught." Wow. Hale wrote another entry for 5 years, stating that for 5 years she had planned to die. Other journals found in the killer's home reportedly suggest she began contemplating the attack as a middle school student. She was 28 at the time of her death. Since it was first obtained, Hale's journal and a portion of police documents related to the case, the Star's published a lot. We get it. We'll move on to the bottom. Leahy is expected to appear in a number of media outlets this week to provide further insights to the public on the Covenant Killer's investigation. The MNPD crime scene photos contained in this article were legally obtained. Wow, they've said that over and over and over again. We get it. I think you guys need a copy editor to remove all of the repetitious statements because, holy crap, guys, please, with respect, thank you for publishing and working so hard in this story. I do mean it. But my frustration is with the repetition. Said the same thing probably 12 times each. Anyway. Okay. Well, look, my friends, the Tennessee Star has the document available for download. They're strangely and very, very suspectly, in my opinion, when you try to download it, it asks you for your name and your email address, which is very, very strange and I think is wrong. I don't think they should be tracking this. I don't think they should be tracking it this way. If you want to publish it, publish it. But the fact that they're tracking who gets it is highly suspect to me. There's going to be more information on this, so I will keep this one relatively short. As this is just released and many people are now downloading the manifesto, later on in the day there's going to be likely major developments in this, which we'll have for you tonight, youtube.com/TimcastIRL. So I will wrap this one up short, and I'll be putting the segment up at in the 1 p.m. slot due to its being a massive breaking story. Of course, we do have the segment I originally recorded for the 1 p.m. slot. We'll be going up at 4 p.m. instead. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, share the show with your friends. Head over to timcast.com, click join us, become a member. We need your support now more than ever. And you can follow me on X at Timcast. We will see you all in the next segment at 4 and then again at 6. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and we will see you all then.